But then yeah, me being in mechatronics, it's a bit stressful. He is in MEM, which doesn't really require much of attention.
So it's like MEM is more like a joke.
Not joke, I would say it's easier than mechatronics, that's for sure. Even MEM people agree to this.
Most of the course here are not typically lecture and examination based. Some of them have group activities, some of them have presentations to give, some of them are even graded based on the kind of presentations and the kind of involvement in group activities. So I kind of like it here. Whatever expectations I had, they have been met.
Like we have the 1.5 hour of lectures once a week for all subjects, and we don't have habit to sit for 1.5 hour and concentrate continuously for 1.5 hour. In the starting it would be difficult, and obviously no one can concentrate for 1.5 hour, but slowly you will get habituated for that.
Lectures, of course, it's very difficult for the Indian students in the first few days in order to go in their pace. They'll finish off 2 or 3 chapters in one lecture. It's like so much knowledge pushing into your brain at the same time. Back in India it was like 45 minutes or 1 hour classes, and here it's like 1.5 hours. Your priorities in the few days will be making some friends, going around the city and enjoying of course the weather, enjoying the German climate, German cuisine, everything. But make sure that you don't miss your lectures in the starting few days, because if you miss them, the pace will go on and you will be lagging behind the lecturer. You may not understand what the professors are telling in the few classes, and you lose interest.
Coming to the expectations, there were a lot of expectations.
When I was applying to TAHH, I was expecting some good time studying, and when coming to Germany, of course, like everybody, I expect to make some good German friends and some international friends and explore the country or explore the city wherever you go.
And I used to always ask a lot of questions to them. Dude, how is it there? How is the temperature? Is it snowing? And did you make some friends there? Are you going skiing? Are you going skydiving? All these kind of questions were there in my mind. And then about the food, it's always the bread, I think, here. And me being a vegetarian, it was not so friendly expectation to have a lot of vegetarian food here. But then again, yeah, after coming here, I found that we get all the Indian stuffs, and yeah, probably we get a lot more Indian stuffs than what we used to get back in India.
All the college students and will be having that thing to go the party and all, but here the pubs and all that are not that much cheap. It's costly for the students, so we create that mahal in our room only to celebrate that things. Yeah, we celebrate on small occasions, like if we are completing one exams, then we will get all friends together and cook and have a dance and all, little bit of celebration to get relaxed from this tension of exam. So like parties and all will be there, but you can do at your home.
Germany, come on man, it's the land of beers. Let's have some beer and let's get sloshed. But no, it's not so easy actually, because you have a lot of things running in your mind. For a guy like me who's always stayed with my parents, coming out of home for the first time, there's a lot of stuff running in the mind. Why have I come here? What am I here to do? So the party is not the only answer, because yeah, come on, it's just say probably twice a month, but not every day, because you have to have some relaxation. Here for us, it's been not much of booze party, but yeah, the Indian food party.
There's this very popular meme that when you are in Germany, what your parents see, they're like, my son or daughter is studying day and night. Your friends be like, okay, this guy is partying day and night maybe from Insta post or Facebook photo. But in reality, you will actually look yourself as cooking most of the time, cleaning vessels or buying groceries, going to college, sitting in lectures, and if you find some more extra time, you would prefer sleeping.
Parties are the main places where you make international friends and most of the German friends, because I think the students of Germany are more of like party people. Most of the times you will be with your own friends rather than going around, but my suggestion, go alone everywhere, wherever you go. Yeah, of course you should be with your own group, but in order to make friends, you should go alone.
I think a lot of them are comfortable in speaking in English with you if they're a student.
Ideology that I should have more of international friends than Indians. In fact, I told my dad also, Dad, I'm not gonna make any single Indian friend over there. I was like, beta, you go there and then we will talk. That's how he was. coming up here, I still have a lot of international friends, I would say. In fact, my roommate is Mexican. Making friends with German speakers, that becomes a little difficult because obviously there's a little language barrier.
Yeah, it will not be that much easy to make the international friend as fast as you can come over here. Like first we will go with our geographical background, like Indian people we will find first, and then we will slowly get chances where we can interact with the international students. They will be organizing some events from the TUHH. Asta team will be organizing some events. Go and participate in such events, and then you will slowly get interaction with the international students.
Since this is an international dorm, I couldn't make most of the German friends because German people are like mostly in the college. They party in their own groups, and I don't know how they got habituated, or they are like open, they are welcoming, but you should go into them and you should make friends with them. Not like they'll come and take you into their own group. You are the one who has to take initiative, and you are the one who has to talk to them. When I first came here, I could make some few German friends in the dorm and in the university. But going in time, they got busy with their own studies. I got busy with my own studies. Yeah, they're still in contact, but just hi-bye type.
We were 110 or 120 Indians this time in TUHH. It's always that we always remained in our own group. And speaking of these 120, about 48 or 47 of them are from Karnataka. So it's always, we always stay together, we always cook together, we always go out together. So it's been a mini Karnataka over here in Hamburg. So I wanted to kind of come out of it, experience a bit more German taste, and maybe in the food or maybe in the culture. Speaking of making friends, actually easy to make friends because even they are fascinated about Indians and Indian culture. They actually know more about our culture than we do. I was actually shocked when one girl started talking about Vedas. She talked about Rig Veda, Atharva Veda, and I'm like,
You don't know about it.
I have found German people are really very friendly. It's been 5 months closely in Germany, and I have never really felt left out or been considered as a stranger among them.
If you are placed in a student dorm, of course you'll have some introductory parties, introductory meets, everything. That's the place where you make some new friends, and that's the place where you get to know each other, and that's the place where you make your own buddies, like your cooking buddy, your going out buddy. If you have to match them with your own interests, like somebody will be like playing some game and you are also interested in playing that game, and you both sit together, talk about what you have played, what they have played. And if you're interested in food, they'll teach your own cuisine and you'll teach them your own cuisine. It's like that. You have to match your interest with the people and then go according to your pace.
Well, it doesn't really matter for me for a friend being a German or Indian.
Okay.
As long as they respect me or you have that mutual bond.
Exam preparation time, we will get 15 days in the India to get prepared before the exams, but here it's not like that. As soon as the lecture times get over, from the next week onwards exams got started, and it's not like that you will complete the course in one night.
Yeah.
Not
In
possible.
India, we could try that.
They will give you just 3 or 4 lines of space to write the exact definition with the correct terminologies.
So it's difficult for people who want to study last night and just pass the
Definitely, it's not a last night game thing.
in India, it's always about you just mug up what's there in the book and you just come to the exam, show up with all those things filled in your head the previous night. Come on, we engineers always study the previous night, right? So you just come to the exam and you just reproduce whatever is there in the mind. But not here, because here it's always about the concepts. If you do not understand the concept, it's gonna be very hard for you to answer the questions. So it's always about getting to know the concept, and only then you can apply, because all the questions are based on applying the concepts. They're not just asking you for a definition or asking you for a value, say what's the Young's modulus of so and so material. They want you to apply whatever you know, apply the knowledge. So yeah, it is kind of different from how it was in India.
In India, it was like 3 hours exam or so. I'm telling about my university, it was like 3 hours, and you have some model question paper like 10 2 marks questions, and 5 essay questions and you will have a choice. But here it's not like that. You have to answer each and every question in order to get the grade, and it's not like any pattern. The professor can choose their own question paper. They can give whatever they want. And you'll have to 1 hour to 1.5 hours basing on the question paper, and some professors may even give 2 hours because they think that you have to think for the answer. Then they might give you 2 hours, but it's more of like conceptual. There are no like big derivations or big theory that you have to write. They'll just ask you some specific question and you have to give a specific answer.
Most wonderful thing I like here is that the professors don't expect you to write big sentences and big paragraphs, because they want you to be to the point. If they say name so and so, it needs to be just one word and you don't have to write any sentence.
TUHH on a scale of 1 to 10, I think it should be 8, because the reputation of TUHH is really good. But although in Germany it doesn't really matter where you graduate from, but the moment you tell them about this university, they will have their attention towards you.
Bangalore was too much crowded. Yeah, it was sometimes fun to live with the traffic, but sometimes it was getting under my nerve. Your videos helped a lot, so I would suggest all the viewers to subscribe to your videos, because there were a lot of tiny details which needs to be addressed, which you don't get it anywhere else on the internet. Very tiny details. So all these details were covered in your videos. Just keep asking questions to the existing students here in Germany. But sometimes you don't get a reply very soon enough from whoever you're texting to. We do reply to the prospective students. Even I keep getting requests on Facebook, on LinkedIn, asking me, I have so and so profile, will I get a seat here? But come on, I'm not the professor to decide on if you're gonna get the seat or not. All I can say is what I did to get the seat, and you can just try to connect the dots.
I remember my dad was a bit conscious back then. Before leaving, he was asking, how is the condition of the Sikhs in Germany? Is there any sort of racism against them, or what's the situation? I wasn't very clear on that. I didn't know anything about it. So I just took a chance. I was like, okay, whatever it is, we will see. My priorities is anyway on myself. How I look it's important to me. It doesn't matter what other person feel about it. In Germany, everyone is free. It doesn't really matter how you look. People will still look up to you with a very kind and a smiley face. Educated people, at least I would say, the educated people. For them, it just doesn't matter whether you have long beard or you put a turban on your head. They will still talk to you nicely as long as you are nice to them.
The part-time job expectations, there are a lot of opportunities. There are a hell lot of opportunities. All you have to do is just keep looking for it and just keep applying for all these opportunities. And the basic requirement is German language. Without German language, you cannot get any of the part-time jobs, except for some, let's just say, where the jobs which don't require you to speak. Except these jobs. But then again, German language is very important, and then you have to not just stop at a point where you feel, come on, I'm applying to all these positions, I'm not getting even one answer. Let me be very straight. I have been applying for a lot of open positions now. Let's just say I've crossed 150 or 160, and just 2 or 3 of them have replied with positive response. I'm still waiting for the 4th one.
When you come here for the first initial few days, you'll enjoy the things, and going in time after a few days, you'll feel that why did I come from India to Germany? I shouldn't have left India, my place, my family, my friends, my everything. But it's life. You have to live something and go forward to make something more. So make sure that you don't feel that you have left India, you have left your own friends, own family, and make sure that you make new friends, make new things. You should not have that feeling that you have left something and you're alone here. It's common, it's life.
Do you miss the food in Gujarat?
No, we prepare over here. We get everything over here. In Asian market, we get Indian markets are there, so we prepare everything over here by our own and we celebrate like that. Indians from so many different regions have also came, so we learn from them also, and we cook. My dishes I cook and I give to them. They cook and we give to them. Don't miss to celebrate the small things with the friends. It will help you a lot to get engaged over here, and to it will not make you feel alone away from the home.
I should have learned German language at least up to C1. I did till B1, but yeah, C1 would have been even better. It's better to have as much knowledge as you can have from India itself. If you are very good in your German knowledge and communication skills, then there are very high chances that you may find a good part-time job over here. It is said that part-time jobs doesn't require much of German skills, but the reality is it does. The very first time when they call you on the phone, they will be just speaking German, and they expect you to reply back with at least good enough fluency. It's good that everyone studies at least up to B2 or C1 language or C1 level of German.
How much would you rate from 1 to 10 environment in TUHH for Indian students?
I would say I would give it a 10 actually, especially for Indian students. Come on, because we have the biggest group here and we have a wonderful association called the Indian Student Association, which takes care of everything from the time we have landed here in Germany. They give us a lot of support. Procedures we need to get done with initially. There was this event, the India Day actually. It was a very good event. Yeah, for Indians, I feel it's a mini India over here in TUHH.